This is what I'm talking about, guys. You can literally just use ChatGPT-4 for free inside Bing Chat and it will write SEO articles for you. People are asking me, can you please make comment videos about 3.5, GPT 3.5? I don't want to pay for GPT-4. You don't have to. You can just use Bing Chat, okay? It's not perfect, but it's a great start. Hello and welcome to this video. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. It's almost 40 degrees here in Napoli. I'm sweating. I need it. Let's talk about how we can use ChatGPT-4 for free. So first of all, go on Google and type in Microsoft Edge because nobody actually has this thing installed unless you're completely crazy. So download Microsoft Edge, and then once you've got it, make an account. Now you actually do need an account, and I'll explain why. So I'm currently not signed in, and if I click chat here at the top on Bing, you'll see that it says sign in to ask more questions and to have longer conversations. So if you're not logged in, if I say hi, it's going to tell me how many kind of conversation prompts I can do before it stops working. So you can see it says 1 of 5, which is obviously not enough, okay? We need more than that. So we're going to sign in. So once you're signed in and we're on Microsoft Edge, let's click chat, okay? Yes, I do have another prompt for this. I'm sorry for always having new prompts. That's just the nature of the game, okay? What I highly advise you guys is to learn how to write a prompt like this. I literally just wrote this prompt a few seconds before this video. It's using various elements that I always use. For example, I always use my brands or the brands that the business I work for sells in order to give juice to the article that doesn't exist on other websites. Another example is I always have the focus keyword. Again, if you don't know how to do keyword research, watch the video I did yesterday if you want to know how to find keywords for this. Another thing I would always do is I try to tell it to use all forms of markdown. So for example, it says you use lists, stock photos, which doesn't work, but it would be really nice, and it will be really nice when it does work. Diagrams also doesn't work on Bing Chat, but that's fine. Tables and any other visual elements of Markdown. I always include this because it increases Google ranking, okay? So this time what I've gone for is I've gone for a bit more personal prompt. I've given them my name. Anyone that reads iSuits and Two Men blog will know that I'm the writer anyway. So yeah, that's why I put that. I also put that we are the brand iSuits. We are an Italian multi-brand store. And the writer is known for quick, witty, and punchy sentences. And they never use long paragraphs. That's another really important part of this, because if you have long paragraphs, people get bored, they click off, and that affects your Google ranking. And then at the end, I've said to create an internal link, write, and then I've done the system of how it works for us. So we have designers, and then the designer, like this, with EN before. So basically, it can create its own internal links if you give it your URL structure. It's not going to work with every website because some websites are not built very well, but in general, it will work like that. So this is Bing Chat, and it is powered by GPT-4. So yeah, just after I said that, I wanted to quickly check if that was actually true, but it does say that the new Bing runs on OpenAI's GPT-4, which was released in March, okay? Whether it's the actual GPT-4 that we use in the API, or whether there's something that's changing it, etc., etc. So, for example, I actually think this has up-to-date information, for example, and because it's taken from the internet. So that already is a massive upgrade from just using the ChatGPT that we're all used to, right? The normal one, this one that we all use every single day, right? This one here. This is actually going to be better because it will be able to look things up. I believe the information is more up to date. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but generally speaking, I've found the results are really, really good. Okay, so we're just going to Control V the prompt. As usual, you can find the prompt in the description. And what we're actually going to do is, because this isn't a good article to use with the products and the brands and products that I've already got written, and I don't want to spend time changing it. We're just going to change this to cocktail, semi-formal summer attire. Let's do semi-formal summer attire, just because, yeah, you don't really want to wear a hoodie to a black tie event because you won't even be allowed in. We're going to hit enter here, and we're going to see what comes up. Okay, so the first thing we can see is that we actually have 2 of 30, which means if each prompt or each article uses 2 to 3 of these, you are getting 10 free articles for doing literally nothing, okay? You can hear in my voice, this always happens when I'm making a video that I'm enjoying to make. It just tried to add a picture which doesn't exist though, which is a bit annoying, but we will change that. That's just the prompt, okay? It's not a big issue. Yeah, these are products that don't really exist. It's just creating random links, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm excited about this because this is free. It's a free way to use GPT-4, and I get so many comments asking me to make GPT 3.5 content. But the truth is, GPT-4 content ranks a lot better. It understands the prompts better, and it's just generally speaking, you're going to have a much better time using GPT-4 inside Bing instead of using GPT 3.5 inside the ChatGPT UI. The only problem here is it's creating random images and links. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove the thing about stock photos here. We'll also just remove this about diagrams because I don't want it to do that again. It didn't do this last time. It's just I think I confused it a little bit. But this is really nice. Outfit number 1, navy blazer, white shirt, beige trousers, white sneakers. That's really, really, really good content, okay? I don't really care about whether something is AI content or not, but I am very curious to see if this is going to come out as AI content or not. So when it gets to this point, there's a couple of really interesting things here, okay? So can you explain more about brands and items mentioned in this article? How do I choose a semi-formal attire for women? Or you can just say continue, okay? Just like on the UI of ChatGPT. It also has the little copy button here, which gives you the markdown formatting. So it's basically exactly the same as ChatGPT 3.5, but it's ChatGPT 4, which is really, really cool. So obviously these outfits, you could easily replace these images. If you have your own images, you could make a quick image on Midjourney. You know, you can do a lot of things with these. These are kind of just placeholders, but they shouldn't. Oh, okay, they actually do. They render the logo because obviously the photos don't exist. This would be a lot better if it didn't give me these images, but that's completely fine because again, I've already changed the prompt. So the prompt that you will find in the description will not have the thing about stock images. So let's just quickly see 2 things. Let's see how many words this is. So we'll just go to originality. I do not recommend originality. Okay, I think I don't think it's legit. Honestly, I think it's kind of random. I was running the Bible through originality, and it was saying that it was AI generated, etc., etc. So just be really, really careful. But the reason I'm using it is, first of all, it says how many words, and also we can just see if it considers it to be written by AI or not. So one annoying thing is I just ran this before with this exact prompt, except the tiny little changes that I made at the beginning of the video. And let me show you how much content there actually was. Okay, so this was the test that I ran just before starting this video. This is actually 2,700 words long. It took about 5 minutes to create. The content is good. It has short, snappy sentences. It's well written, for example. I don't think it has too many repeated things at all. In fact, it doesn't look like there's anything really that's been repeated here. Yep, everything is unique. And then it has the classic look, a modern look, the edgy look. Obviously, this is actually quite bad advice. Some of this, like you would not wear a hoodie to a black tie attire event ever. But I just wanted to show this because this did generate a lot more content before I made this actual video. So let's have a quick look at originality and we'll see. Yep, 100% AI as usual. Let's see if it thinks that it is plagiarized. 3% plagiarized. For me, this would rank on Google. So yeah. Just before we go, I do want to show you one more thing, which I'm really, really enjoying with Bing because it has access to the internet. You can say things like, does Printify have an API? And it will do a live search and it will check if Printify has an API. You can actually then start to code or script something without having to paste the documentation in. This is a really, really big difference between ChatGPT and Bing Chat as well. Okay, that's it, guys. You'll be able to find this prompt in the description as usual. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.